Hey y'all, hey. This video is being brought to you because I was inspired by a conversation with a young person this morning who told me that their generation is just hopeless, that they were born defeated. And that tells me a lot about the person. I didn't try to change their mind because that's their reality. But this person is not well educated because everything, and I do mean everything, that has ever been done in the world, somebody did it because they just believed. You just gotta know that you know that you know within yourself. And that's what motivates you, not by outside factors, not by what other people have done or don't do or whatever. That has nothing to do with what you do, right? So most of the things that have been accomplished in the world was done because other people didn't think it would work. Okay? And if you're a person who doesn't want to do something because you think it's hopeless, I guarantee you that it's not for you to do. And that's what this young person, they don't have the vision. They don't have that thing that's on the inside that motivates you to press on, despite what it might look like. Christians call it faith. That's the definition of faith, right? People can believe whatever they want to believe, but what's interesting to me is what you believe speaks volumes about who you are and what your destiny is. And when you have no vision, you have no belief in anything outside of what you can see and touch and feel. I had another young person tell me that if somebody doesn't have a high bank account, she doesn't value what they say. And it reminded me of the statement that many have entertained angels unaware. In other words, what you think an angel looks like or whatever, you may have been in the presence of an angel and you didn't even know. Many have entertained angels unaware. So they may not look the way that you think that they look, but you got to know, you got to have something on the inside. You got to have a vision. You got to have the ability to see something and know with confidence that this is possible. Sometimes you just have to have the belief in, if I do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to get back to A. In other words, you may only have morals and ethics. You don't know what is happening. You don't know if a person is trying to manipulate you, if you should believe them, blah, 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 blah. But if you have good high moral standards, you can't be manipulated because you follow the rules. You have ethics. You can't be bribed. You can't be misled because there is no gray area. Like when I was at PricewaterhouseCoopers, we had this class called Navigating the Gray. And not too long after that, the SEC fell on Texas with Arthur Anderson, Enron, all of that. Okay, right? Then 9/11 happened. Okay, but listen, there is no gray. Even if you go back to the Bible, Jesus said, I wish that you were hot and cold. But the lukewarm people he really despises. The gray area. Ali Sadiq, in his comedy, his parents told him, Either yes or no. When somebody asks you a question, say yes or no. When he went to jail, they said, can you handle yourself? And he said, we'll see. And that got him into a lot of trouble. He should have said yes. In the Bible, it says, let your yes be yes and your no mean no. There is no middle ground. There is no gray. There is no gray area. So for those who have no vision, they can't see anything. These are normally the people that they put in power, okay? When I look at our current situation, we are driven by somebody who is trying his level best to hide all the stuff that he's been doing over all these years, decades. He's trying to use the office that he has to cover up the dirt that he and his friends have done. And the bad thing about it is he's already caught. And they are making him wriggle like a worm on a hook. And it's a darn shame. They are torturing this person every day. Every day. Because this person won't bow out because of pride, because of arrogance, because of stupidity. Pick one. Any of the above or all of the above. This person will not this person does not have the wherewithal, the inner technology, the inner software to say, you know what, in program, in transmission, I need to stop this immediately. This person does not have the inner software to be able to end this program. And it's sad. It is sad. We are watching this person be demolished, and it's not really a lesson for us, the lay people. It is a lesson for those who are dirty. Those who are dirty and who seek to go against the grain. This person was constantly going after the Republic's choice, questioning everything. Where's your birth certificate? Blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, we've never seen this person's taxes yet. They've never been released. While everybody's talking about the Epstein files, we've never seen their tax reports yet from 2016 nor from 2024. Nobody's saying nothing about it, but I ain't forgot. In 2016, not only did he attack the opposing side's candidates, he attacked his own candidates. He attacked the brother and son of two former presidents. This person came from a reality star background, a real estate mogul, where real estate in this particular state has been known for being slums, have been known for breaking all kinds of rules, have been known for being ran by the most despicable people in the world. This one guy said he replaced the light at one of the buildings that he owned, and when his dad found out, his dad cried, because this is their whole modus operandi is to extract from their tenants and not to give them nothing, to torture them, to make them pay for their own maintenance and upkeep of the building, even though they're not owners. Another real estate person. I knew this family from when I was a kid, right? The Josephs, Linda and Rachel Joseph, and they had a son, but I can't remember his name. Ugh, he was creepy as hell. But anyway, actually, they were all creepy, truth be told. Okay, but anyway, they had been living in a house for years, renters. They had painted the house, landscaped the property, all kinds of modifications, changed out fixtures and all of that. Meanwhile, the owner of the house was raising their child. When that child grew up and got married, they kicked Linda and Rachel Joseph out of the house. Kicked them out of the house, and they were like, what are we going to do? Well, they had to get an apartment, and some other stuff happened. If y'all want to know what happened with them, just let me know. I'll give y'all the story times. But, they had to move. And they came over to our house to talk to us, and I shared Matthew chapter 7 with them, that if you ask, you will receive. Ooh, I'm asking for cabin. Cedar. Cedar and pine. Ooh, in the name of Jesus. So anyway, I think my alarm just went off. So anyway, they had to go. It didn't matter the money that they put into the house. This person didn't have no... In other words, what I'm trying to say to you, Miss Julie, what I'm trying to say to you is, there are certain types of people in this world, visionless, faithless, users, people, manipulators, people who take advantage of other people. Not only is this person paying rent, the rent is supposed to be covering maintenance and upkeep and all these things. And they ignore the person, and instead of the person moving, they start putting their own money into this property that they do not own. Don't do that. Don't do that. Move. If the landlord is not going to fix the problems, if the super is not going to do his job, if the maintenance guy is coming in there stealing from you while you at work, you need to move. You need to move. You do not need to tolerate that. Pack up your stuff, break the lease, tell them why in writing if they try to come after you in eviction court. Go to court and let the judge know. I'll let this person know that X, Y, and Z, they were in breach of contract. That's it. That's all. We are in a situation now where with this current administration, some people have decided, I didn't vote for this. I'm not putting up with this. So they have moved. They have left the country. And I think this is why a lot of people, renters, do not leave because they can't afford to. They're basically trapped by their financial situation. But the truth is, you're never trapped. You're never trapped. You can always leave. You can always leave. You just may have to have a vision. Do you have a vision? What is your faith? Do you feel defeated? Because if you do, you are. If you say, I am a winner and I believe it, then you are. If you say, I am a champion and you believe that you are, you are. Say it with me now. I am a winner. I am a champion. I have a vision. Go after your vision. And don't give up, no matter what the naysayers say, especially if it's something good. What this person was saying to me, these young people were saying to me, they don't want to do anything good. They don't have a vision of anything good, but they have a vision of doing things bad. If you haven't heard of Ali Sadiq, check out Ali Sadiq. He is a comedian from Houston. Listen. He said, number one, his mom told him that the streets are undefeated. His mom tried to warn him. He didn't listen. He had a vision to be a chef, but he took this other route because he wanted an Adidas sweatshirt, sweat uniform. What do you call them? Warm-up suit. He had the vision of this sweatsuit, and the other person who was wearing the sweatsuit was in the streets. So he modeled his behavior after this person to get what this person had, because that's the vision that he had for his life. And he kept on that vision despite what he had to go through, because he could just see that this is what he wanted for his life. And that was his faith. And he was attacked, he was robbed, he was betrayed, he ended up going to jail. He subjected himself to all of these things because of what his vision was, what his faith was. So that's what you have to remember in this life. That's what I will say in this life. And if I could say what is a one-liner for this video, it would be, if the vision for your life is in the streets, you need a new vision, because the streets are undefeated. And that's per Ali Sadiq's mother. Bless her heart. And God bless Ali Sadiq. Bye.